Yeah, and I hope everyone has completed the installations of Tosca. If you are facing any issues with Tosca installation, please let me know. If you are having an OS of Windows 7 or 8, Tosca may not support it. You have to upgrade your OS to Windows 10. So, if you are having any OS of Windows 7 or 8, please let me know. Okay, okay. Let me open Tosca Commander. So, yesterday we learned what are the different components of Tosca, what are the other folders which will be installed when we install Tosca and all. So, today let us see what are the different sections that are present inside our project. We also saw how to create a single user environment, right? Single user workspace. So now let us log into our workspace and see what are the different sections of Tosca. Okay, I think my license has expired. Give me one moment. Okay, so now this is the workspace that we created yesterday, batch 10, morning 7. So when I click on this particular workspace in the Tosca Commander homepage, immediately I'll be entering into the single user particular workspace. Okay. Okay. So immediately when I enter, this is something which appears to me. See some test cases, modules, requirements, test case design, execution, issues, configurations, test planning, and all. Okay. So now these all are the different sections of Tosca that are available. But there is no something, some sort of a tree structure. So this is quite confusing for me, right? Usually when you log in, what we just give our workspace name, but I can't see it anywhere here. So this might be a bit confusing for me. Don't worry. In that situation, all that you need to do is just click on this home button, and then here you can see a project button, right? Just click on this project button. Okay, and this is the project home page. Okay, see, usually whenever you open any tab, that will be in the stage of floating, they call it. Okay, means it we can move this here and there, this particular window. Okay, this type they call it as whatever, whenever we want to move it somewhere like this, we call this as floating window. Okay, so if you usually we want to dock our floating windows. So when I open a window for the very first time, like when I, not only first time, like whenever I open a window from the home page, by default it will be in the floating state. Okay, I need to dock it. Dock it is nothing but fixing it to some place. Either it could be the left panel, right panel, or in the center, or in the top, or in the right. Okay, wherever. Just fixing it somewhere. See here, these all are the docked windows. Okay, so we should fix it, hook it somewhere. Okay, so how do we do that? Just hold this top blue color area. Just click on your left hand side mouse button and see, when you are moving around, you will get a small icon here. Okay, see, if I drop it in this area, then it will be hooked to my left side. If I drop it over here, it will be hooked to my right side. If I drop it over here, it will be hooked to the bottom. If it is here, top. If it is this, it will be hooked to the center. Now let's see. I'm dropping it to the left side button. Okay. See, it will come up like this. No, I don't want like this. See, it is not looking good, right? So again, hold this blue color area which is around the Batchton Morning 7. Drag it. Now it became floating again, right? See, if I want to dock it to the bottom, this is how I can dock it. Okay, if you are going to hold this dark blue, it is not going to work. Okay, only this area is the one what you should hold on. Okay, and usually we dock to the center, usually. But if in case if you want two windows and if you want to work on them parallelly, then you can dock it to left or right as per your convenience. Okay, and now I docked it to the center. When I docked it to the center, it came up here. See, now like this. So now I want to close all of this and I want only this to be open. So right click on it and say close all but this. Okay, see now everything is clear. So this is the project name, whatever I have given as per my convenience. So this is something which I can understand and I can see that these are different sections of the Tosca. Okay, now let us see one by one. Okay, so this is how you, when I am saying floating, docking, you just remember these terminologies. Okay, that is the reason I am saying you all this. Okay, and now let us see one by one. These are the different sections of Tosca. Okay, these sections either can be accessed to through home and project, or else the other way is here also you have an option. See, that is section. If you click on this, even here also you will see the list of all sections, test cases, execution, modules, okay, requirements, test planning, test case design, all these sections. And these sections both are the same only. Okay, let us see what is what at a very brief or high level. Okay, let us see. The first one is the configurations. Configurations is nothing but the place where you can do some, especially when you are running through Dex server or CI/CD pipelines, right? You might need to configure the executions and all. Like, for suppose, usually, whenever we run through servers and all, most of the computers will be connected to the servers, but you want only one particular computer in which your automation scripts should run. Okay, so at that time, there should be some configuration that should be created from our side. Okay, such as run only in this computer or else run in these many computers. This is the team that is working. So, some configuration. We will see more about this. Even in API also, where you can manage your connections and all. So, all these will come up under the configurations section, mainly the connections related stuff and all. Okay, the next one is the executions. Before I come over here, let us talk about modules section. Modules section is nothing but, I hope everyone saw the demo video. If not, please go through the demo video once. Okay. Usually in automation, you have two phases. One is identification phase and the other one is the operation phase. Okay. What is this identification is? For suppose, if I want to automate any step, think like I want to automate a login scenario. What is that I have to do? I have to enter user ID and I have to enter password and then I have to click on the login button. This is the scenario that I need to automate. Then I should tell my computer in which place, in which field it should enter the user ID, right? So that is nothing but I need to identify that particular control and I need to show computer this is the control that you need to go and enter. This is the place that you need to go and perform some action upon. Okay, so that is the identification phase. And this identification phase, that is identifying our controls uniquely, okay, and maintaining the properties of the controls, everything is all the stuff related to this identification phase will be available in the modules section, that is this section. Okay, and one more important thing is all the sections in Tosca will have different colors. For suppose if you look now, see, modules is having orange color, test cases is having blue color, execution is having green, issues dark blue, okay, requirements yellow, test case design red. So for suppose at the beginning stage, it is hard for everyone to remember these names because these are the new terminology for us, right? So then you can call them based upon the colors also, like orange section, blue section, red section. There is no issue at all. Okay. Some people usually refer them based upon their colors in real time also. Okay. So you need not fear about that also. So this is all about module section. The next section that I want to talk about is test cases section. Test cases section is the place where we complete our operation phase of automation. That is where you are going to tell Tosca, this is what you are going to do on this particular element. When I am saying element or object or anything, right? Control, this is nothing but in a web page, whatever fields that you can see here, either it could be the search bar or it is this button or it is this particular text field or button, radio button. All these are called as elements, controls, objects and all. Okay. So whatever operation, either it could be go and click on it or else select something or else bring some value and verify whether the value is same or not. Everything, whatever operation that you want to work on, it is present in the test cases section. It can be achieved through test cases. The main entire automation is done in the modules and test cases sections only. Okay, so these two are the very important sections. But the key of the automation, like the heart of the automation, is module section. Okay, so this is all about configurations, modules, and test cases. The next that we are going to see is execution section here. Okay, what is this execution is? Basically, we will see about this again in the class. Okay, in Tosca, we have two types of executions. One is running through Scratchbook and another one is execution they call it. What is this Scratchbook and all this? Nothing. It is like a temporary kind of a thing. You know, when I am running it through Scratchbook, that means my results are not going to be stored. Whether it could be my test case might have passed or whether it would be a failure or a bug or anything. Okay, but the results are not going to store anywhere. After 1 or 2 hours, they are going to wipe off. Or if I run something else, then the previous results are gone. Scratchbook is something only for the temporary execution purpose. But if you run in this execution section, then the results are going to be saved in the form of logs. And we can generate various reports also based on this execution result. We will discuss more deeper about these sections when we actually start working on one by one. Okay. And the next section is issues. Issues is the place where you can raise the defects. See, there will be a bug icon also. This is the how you will raise the defects in this section, and all these defects will have some priority, severity, and all this. Okay, normally, like an alternative way to your Jira or HPALM, whatever defect management tool that you are working. So this is one of the alternate way to raise the defects. Okay. The next one is reporting section. This is mainly to configure the reports. We can pull the reports across execution requirements and all, but how do that report look like? What are the different charts that it should include? What are the different options, like different styles of reports? All those things can be configured through this reporting section. Okay, mainly configuration of your reports can be done here. The next one is requirements. Requirements is the place where we manage our requirements, like our basically our functional requirements. What is the priority of that particular requirement, and how many test cases are developed for this particular requirement, and how many are pending? What is the status of execution? Are there any defects for this particular requirement logged? All these things can be viewed here. All about the requirements of the SDLC phase. Okay. And the next one is test case design. This section is something interesting and entirely new, and I'm not going to discuss anything about this now. Only one point is this section is something which is similar to an Excel sheet. Similar to an Excel sheet is what I can say. Let us talk about this at the end, like whenever the appropriate time comes in. Okay. The last one is the test planning. This is nothing but where you can schedule your sessions. In STLC phase, we will have right test planning time. So that is how this can be achieved. Like you can create your sessions and you can say like who and all. This I will show you. Yeah, like who are the participants, when it has started, when it has ended, what are the tasks, and who is going to work on it, what is the priority, and what is the time, how much time are they going to spend, and what is my description of the session. If I have any artifacts or anything, I can attach it over here. So, all these details can be provided through the test planning session. Okay, I'm deleting this. Okay, so this is all about different sections of Tosca. Any questions, any doubts still here? Yes, no. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, so now let's move on. Okay, this is very brief thing. Okay, we will see much about these sections individually when we are actually working on them. Okay, right now, yesterday's, today's, and might be tomorrow's class also will be a little bit of overview kind of a thing, like the things which you should know so that it will help you during your practice is what I'm going to do. Okay, and then once we start with the module, then first we will start with requirements, and then that is where the real automation starts with. Okay, might be, could be tomorrow or day after tomorrow, it depends. Okay. So now we saw in this home button what is project, what is this section also. Okay. For suppose I want to work on modules or I want to work on issues, whatever it is. Okay. If you right click on these, okay, see, you will see two options here. This area, the one with the options with full names, this one they call it as mini drop down. Sorry, I'm wrong. This one they call it as context menu. Okay, and this area they call it as mini toolbar. Okay, the icons one they call it as mini toolbar, and this one they call it as context menu, and this area they call it as status bar. Okay, this is where you can see the status. Now it is ready, so that is the status of it, and this is the toolbar or ribbon menu they call it. Okay, this top area. So this, when you right click on anything, either it could be your project or it could be a folder or it could be a module or it could be a test case, anything, whatever if you right click, you will get the context menu and mini toolbar for sure. Okay, and below area we call it as status bar, top area we call it as toolbar or ribbon menu. Okay, so now let us see more about this. Okay, first let us see about the project menu here. So if you click on this project menu, see you have all these options. The first one is the info option. Okay, this will tell you all about your particular project that you are working. Okay, like if you want to make a compact workspace in order to reduce your disk usage and all, so you can click on this. Or else if you want to remove the locally stored files and all, so you can just empty the local file service cache and all. So this is all about the normal like backup, restoring sort of a stuff. Okay, we are not going to use it and don't worry about this at all. Okay, the next one is new. We already saw. When do we use it? Whenever we want to create a new workspace. Okay. The next one is open. Right now it is disabled. New is disabled, open is disabled. Because I already logged into a workspace. Now I am already into a workspace, right? So that is the reason they are disabled. The next one is options. Okay. Options is usually in Tosca, you have two types of settings. Okay, one is this options, other one is the settings. What is options? What is settings? Is options is all the view related settings. Okay, like how do you want to see that? Excuse me, I'm sorry for that. So, if you see now, if you click on anything, see it's just an view related stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, like do you want to compact your workspace after creation or do you want to compact your workspace automatically? Okay, similarly, do you want to show the test case work state? Do you want to show action mode colors? Okay, do you want to show multi-line values? All these are some view related stuff. Okay, like do you want to enable this hint and all? Okay, so this is all the view related settings. Okay, similarly we have another one, that is settings here. Settings is nothing but the actual settings which we can change for any tool you will have, right? Like where do you want to manage your files and all, like what are the different buffers, what is the class mapping path. Okay, how, what is whether in weight intermediate is there or not, or all this you can see. Okay, like T-box related settings. And if you expand again, you will see different engines and all. Okay, database related settings. Do you want to enable extension loading? Okay, similarly, browser related settings. So these are all different settings. Okay, one important thing that we all should remember is when We are working in real time. You are not the only one person that will be working on this Tosca. You are dependent or you are like interdependent on each other and you will have a huge team. Either it could be 3 persons or 4 persons, whatever the team is, we still have a team. What will happen is whenever we make any changes to these options and settings that we can see here, these will affect the current computer that you are in. Okay, that means for suppose if all of us are connected as a team, okay, and think like half of the members in this class are sitting in the on-site and half of us are sitting in India. Okay, and now everyone has developed their test cases. And now what I did is I have some settings to be done so that my test case will execute only in sorry, my test case will execute properly. It is actually failing, and when I changed some settings that I can see here, it actually passed. So I changed these settings and I ran it and it passed. And I just handed over it to the on-site people. But will they know that they need to change this setting? No, right? Usually they do not know. So they will not change the settings and they will just simply execute the test case. But then it will fail over there. And whenever we have a concept to change the settings, how many settings should we change? For how many people should we change? Whenever we start changing the settings, the flow goes on, right? Today, one person, Javed, may come up saying me like change these settings. Tomorrow, Kranti may say, no, no, not that. Please keep these settings so that my test case will pass. And then a day after tomorrow, Sai will come. So it goes on. So there is nothing that should be changed in settings and options. Usually in real time they have a strict rule on this. Okay. Like no options, no settings should be changed. We are not going to touch any options and settings at all. But we have an alternate way to overcome this. We will see that can be achieved through test configuration parameters. Okay, we will change the settings, but we will not come to this place and do that. There is an alternate way to do. So that is how we change the setting. Okay, so even during our class also, we are not going to change anything in this project options and settings. Okay, even while you practice also, please don't change anything in them. The next one is about Tosca. This will tell you all about the Tosca license and Tosca version that you are in. Okay, see, so this is the my version and it has these all add-ins included. All okay, all about Tosca. The next one is accounts. This is for the people who log in with Tricentis Cloud. Okay, so if you have any Tricentis Cloud credentials and all, or if your office has taken the subscription for this, then you can log in this. We are not going to use it because we don't have any account with them. Okay, the next one, license. This we already discussed yesterday. This one is mainly used to configure our license. When if you are into a project, now I am already into a project. I opened my workspace, right? So now I cannot open my license. See, it will say, in order to enable configuration, please close the workspace first. First, I need to close the workspace and then only I can open the license configuration manager. Okay. The last button is close. This is nothing but this will help us to close our workspace. When I click on this close, immediately it is asking me, do you want to save the changes that you made? All I say is yes, and then it will close the workspace. See, I'm back to my home page. Okay, and now I need to select the project again in order to get inside that. And now see, this new and open button are enabled and even license is working now. Okay, and this open is nothing but in order to open our projects. Usually all the recent projects will be listed out, but if in case if you want to open something from the folders also, you can just browse that particular project file from here and open it. Okay, So this is all about the project menu. Any questions, any doubts till this point? Okay. So now let's see what are the different other toolbars or menus that we can see. Okay. This is one. That is the home page. Home page is one toolbar that I can see. View is one toolbar. Tools is one. API testing is one. Along with these five toolbars, if I am in a module section, I'm just clicking on modules. See then I will get an additional toolbar that is module. Similarly, if I am in test cases section, see this particular modules will be changed to test cases toolbar. If I am in test case design toolbar. If I am in requirements toolbar. So along with these five toolbars, I have one different toolbar which change depending upon the section I am in. Okay. Total we have six kinds. The first one is the project which we discussed now. The next one is home. Okay. This is where we actually, this is something like, where we can actually cut, copy, pasting, and move to different sections of Tosca, or else you can import your subset or export subset. We will discuss about all of this. So this is one. Okay. The next one is the view. Similarly, the view settings sort of a thing. And the next one is the tools, requirements, because we are in requirements section. The last one is API testing. Okay. So now let us see. See, usually in the entire class or entire training, or else after this training also, if you refer some documentation, official documentations also, usually they refer all the elements that are present. Okay, like for suppose if I am in module section, I create modules, I create attributes. Okay, if I am in test cases, I will have test cases, I will have test steps. Whatever be the element, if I am in issues, I'll have a defect. If I am in requirements, I'll have some requirements. So whatever be the element that is used in Tosca, we call them as objects. Whenever I say the word object, it can refer to a module, it can refer to test case, it can be a test step, it can be a requirement, it can be a defect, it can be a session, anything. You have to know what is that particular one that I am referring exactly. Okay, whenever we say object, this is not a new or some keyword, something like that. It is nothing but that particular object that we are working upon. Okay, now we saw what are the different sections of Tosca and also about the project menu. Let us see how do we open these sections now. Okay, all you need to do is if you right click on this, any of the section that is available, see you will see a context menu and a mini toolbar. In this mini toolbar, there is a plus icon, and if you mouse over on this plus icon, you can see open in new window. The shortcut is Control N, Control W for this. Okay, so whenever you mouse over on this, see, and if you click on this, see, it will be opened in a new window, and you can dock this new window again as we did for the project. Okay, I just docked it to the up. If you want, you can dock it to the center, or else if you want, you can dock it to the right or left, whatever it is. Okay, so this is how you can open the section. This is one way. The other way is you can open a section by clicking on this section and clicking on that particular section name. Even that one will be opened in a new window in a floating mode only. You have to dock it. You need not always go to this menu and dock it to the center. The other way to do is just drag it and drop it here in this area. So it will be docked here only. Okay. And you can change the order of your docking also. See, like this. Just play around. Okay. And now let us see the other thing. Right now, for suppose today I am working on modules and I am working on requirements. So I will just open requirements and I will dock it here. Okay. So these are the two sections that I am working on. And if you notice when we log in, how the look of this particular entire area is, it is just filled up with all the sections, right? So every time I cannot sit and open project and then again open requirements, dock it, again open modules and dock it. It becomes somewhat time waste only, right? So all you can do is some view settings. Okay. Click on this view and here you have a concept called perspectives. That is nothing but how do you manage the view under. Click on this manage button. There is an option that is save. When you click on this save, it will ask you. So this is all about requirements, comma modules. Okay, so give any name and just to say okay. So and then see, usually when we log in by default, this is the place where we are in. When we log in, this is how my view of the entire workspace looks like. So now if I want to see my previous view, just click on the select and click on this requirements modules. So see, my previous view settings came up. This will be helpful if you are working on the multi-user environment especially. Okay, this is all about perspectives. Any questions, any doubts till this point? Okay. The next one is wherever you are in. Okay, as we said, if you right click, you can see context and mini drop down, right? Similarly, this section, whatever this side of the left hand side section, we call it as the tree section. This is where we can see the entire tree structure. And this area, this center area is which we call it as detailed section. Like you can see the detailed view, all the details, testicle, whatever it is. The other tabs depend upon the section that you are in. Okay, other than the details. Like if you see, it depends. So wherever I am, this section we call it as detailed section. Along with this, we will also have a properties section and that section can be accessed if you click on this small triangle. There is a small triangle here. If you click on this and drag this somewhat this side, see this is my properties section. So we will have three sections: this tree structure, detail section, and the properties section. Okay, these properties it can be for any folder or it can be for any individual object also, like even my modules, even my attributes, everything will have properties. Okay, and yeah, this is all that about the introduction of Tosca. Any questions, any doubts till this point?
No,
Thank you.
no, Ramya.
Yeah. And one more important thing that we all should remember is Tosca has some hierarchy concept. Okay, that means you can just, for suppose, I'll show you that. Um, I want some, okay. See this icon, we call it as modules. Okay, we will discuss about this again during the class also. But now, right now, they are arranged in the order of caption, window index, and operation. Right. For suppose if I am using this one in some test case, okay, the hierarchy of these objects, whatever is these attributes, will remain the same. I will show you that 1 minute. I will open test cases section, dock it here, and from modules. Yeah, this is the module that we are talking about. Okay, so now if I drag this module and drop it onto a dummy test case. Okay, so this is a dummy test case and this is, see, the hierarchy of this module will come up based upon the hierarchy of the elements that you have here. For suppose this one has caption, window index, and then operation, and then height and width. Similarly, see here, caption, window index, operation, and inside operation you have height and width. Anyways, this operation is coming again. That is a different concept. For time being, forget about that. For suppose, if I am changing the hierarchy, whenever I say hierarchy, this is nothing but the order your elements are in. Okay, I am just changing my hierarchy like this. Operation, window index, and then caption. See, the same will be affected in the test case also. Operation came up first, then window index, then caption. So you can change the hierarchy of your controls by selecting them and dragging and dropping them around. See, whenever I am dragging these attributes like this, I can see a slim black line, thin black colored line. So that says the place where I need to drop off. So if I release, it will be that in that position. Okay. So that is how I can design my hierarchy. For why I am saying this is, for suppose if this is a module, okay, like with the login module. So think like this is your username, this is your password, and this is your login button. So then what is that first you have to do? Have to enter this one, and then click on this one, right? You cannot enter this, click on this, and then enter this, right? That is not the exact flow that you are doing. So you have to design your hierarchy also. Okay, you have to sort the order of the elements also. So always do remember Tosca has an object hierarchy, they call it. This is nothing but the like the exact flow or the exact way how these elements are there in the UI part. You have to sort them not only for attributes and all, but also for suppose if I want to keep my module at this position, I can do that. See, I can just play around with the hierarchy of everything. Some will have a default sorting option based upon the name. Okay, like whatever name they have, based upon that they will have some default sorting. But more but test steps especially, because after test case you should be able to sort your test steps order, right? This icon we call it as test case. This icon we call it as test steps. We will discuss again more about this. For suppose if I want this one as the first one, I can drag and drop it as the first one. Okay, and this one second drag and drop. So this is how I can design the hierarchies of objects in Tosca. Not only modules, not only test cases, we can design execution, everything. Okay, this concept of designing the hierarchy, they call it as object hierarchy concept. Okay, any other questions, any doubts? Okay, fine. So I will stop it here. Tomorrow, let us start the discussion about the requirements. Okay, I'm stopping it here because this requirements is entirely a new concept, and I just don't want to pause it in middle. Like when we start, let us start and let us end that. Okay, tomorrow's class is all about only requirements. Okay, and day after tomorrow we will start with the modules. Thank you everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.